at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Look at us. Say it again. Look at us.
I am never going to financially recover from this.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Yeah, things are still going pretty good. Still a pretty good year so far. Getting things figured out as far as the DoorDash and the Uber situation. They finally sent me a notice back that the background check cleared. And so I should be able to hit that on Thursday and get a couple more bucks in this week. But other than that, everything's been pretty good. We're just moving along, getting through the days. Got a little bit of a vacation coming up. Gonna try to head up north, see my dad for a little bit, get to hang out with him. Haven't really seen him since, well, I haven't talked to him since July. I don't remember exactly when's the last time I saw him. I think it was about 2 years ago, at least, maybe a year ago at least, since I seen my dad in person. But
listen, you riffraff, you know who I am and what I'll do.
Yeah, we spent probably a good 3 hours on the phone the other day, talking to each other, just catching up about everything.
It's a long story.
But yeah, things are going pretty good, and he's got him a place up there in Virginia, you know, just, I don't know, he's 69 years old, he's still kicking, still doing his thing.
Honestly, between his habit and the old man, I'm amazed he's still alive.
Getting that Social Security too. I don't know. I guess he's doing good. He's up there in a place. You know, he's kind of wanted to get off the 5-lane road that he's lived on for the last 30 years. He's been wanting to get off of that. Get somewhere where he wouldn't really have neighbors to worry about. So he's finally made it there. I'm happy for him. But yeah, as far as me, I'm still cruising, man. We're getting through it. Slowly stacking up. But, yeah, we're pretty much, I mean, not really that I'm playing the waiting game, but pretty much it's kind of like I'm forced to be playing the waiting game, because I can only progress so far week to week.
You know, I've waited years to hear somebody say that.
Wait, that came out wrong.
Like I said, spent decent amount of time on Indeed. I try to look at Indeed at least once every 2 weeks to see if there's nothing better, you know.
Indeed.
You know, it's like, it's a job just trying to find a job. I'm sure y'all all know, especially the way they got the application process nowadays, where, you know, you do the normal part of the application where you fill out your work history, your education, a little bit about who you are, your address, that kind of thing. And then they want to ask you a 90 question personality test, you know, and it's like,
not all who wander are lost. Some are just moms in Target hiding from their children.
It's the majority of us is kind of weird. It's like you have a job because you know a guy that knows a guy. Pretty much, you know, it's been that way pretty much the whole time I've been working, you know.
I know just the guy to tell me what it's worth.
Yeah, they just keep pushing minimum wage up higher and higher. I know, you know, $15 an hour, it sounds good on paper, you know, it sounds good, but I'm really wondering what the real difference is between, when minimum wage was $5, you know, when minimum wage was $5.25 when I first started working, and the $15 that it's about to be, and, you know, it's like I said to my buddy at work, I'm like, I don't really feel like I'm worth $20 an hour, you know what I mean? But it's just, if minimum wage is $15, and I've got over 10 years of work experience already, I feel like I'm honestly worth more than just minimum wage, you know, like, I don't know. You know, I know I'm an unskilled worker, you know, and I know I'm not the brightest crayon in the box, whatever you want to say.
You bring it on, Earhart. You scared of the competition? I'm just as poor and stupid as you.
There are no stupid questions, just stupid people.
I guess we just have to let stupid people believe what they're gonna believe.
But at the same time, it's like, you know, you should honestly get something for your work history versus somebody that's like 17, 18, just starting with their, you know, even a 16-year-old, 15-year-old starting out their very first job. I don't understand why.
They took our jobs! They took our jobs!
You know, I don't know. It's whatever. It's beyond me. But, you know, it's almost like, you know, when minimum wage was $5.25 an hour, $10 an hour was actually something. You know, you were making a decent stack of I mean, you weren't by any means making $1,000 a week at $10 an hour, but the $10 an hour back then felt better than 15 does today. It's kind of the point I guess I'm making, long story short, you know. But yeah, then you can only fight the system so much, you know, until the police come after you. I'm not really trying to cause a rebellion over the tickets that were given today, you know. It's like our currency's not even, I don't know. I don't even see it like it's an actual currency anymore. It's just tickets.
Can you guys at least Venmo us for the tickets?
I don't know what that is!
You know, like the dollar's not even backed by anything, so you can, I don't know. It's all these tickets and stamps and whatever. But yeah, I guess, car's still running good. We're doing good there. Like I said, try to keep the mileage low. That way the gas bill's low. You know, vice versa. Pretty much that's about it. I got an interview tomorrow.
For your convenience, I've broken it down into 3 parts. Professional resume, athletic and special skills resume, and Dwight Schrute trivia.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it, you know. Like I was supposed to go in Monday for an interview Monday, and I get there, and the guy told me 4:30, so I got there 10 minutes before, and there was a long line, so I'm just waiting in line like I'm a customer pretty much, because it's like as soon as you walk in the door, there's just a line of people all the way up to the register basically, and you know, so I wait in line, I get up there, then I asked the lady behind the counter, I'm like, hey, I got an interview at 4:30, and she's like, okay, well, just stand over there with those other people, and I'm like, what? You know, so I pull out my phone, I, you know, pull out Indeed, I message him real quick, I'm like, hey, it looks like you double booked me for an interview at 4:30, I don't know, maybe it's just an error somewhere in scheduling, you know, and I can only imagine what a GM actually, you know, what goes through their mind in a day. I'm sure they have a 1,000 different things to worry about in a week, you know what I mean, but you know, I messaged him, I was like, hey, you know, actually got you know, it's 4:30 was the interview, and I had to clock in at my actual job at 5, so I messaged him, told him all that. I was like, it looks like, you know, the interview was double booked or whatever, so I'm like, is there any way I can reschedule? Yeah, well, anyway, he's got me rescheduled for tomorrow. I don't know if it was, I don't know, it just kind of struck me as weird. I'm like, is he planning to do a panel interview? Like he's going to interview me against the other candidates that are interviewing for the same spot? I'm like, that's a little weird. It's a little, you know, a little too competitive for me, I feel like. I mean, you know, like, I just need a job somewhere. I shouldn't have to feel like I gotta fist fight somebody for it, you know what I mean? Like,
this is part of the process of our democracy.
So anyway, yeah, got it. I was able to get it rescheduled for tomorrow. Same time, 4:30. But yeah, I don't know. It's just something different. I don't know. Just wanted to kind of, you know, because like, I don't know. Like I said, they're all gonna pay the same anyway. I'm ultimately looking, well, who's got the easiest actual labor? You know, like what all do you need done in an hour so that I can actually get paid? You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to, go down to Taco Bell and just be fighting a train of people, you know. And the hours at Taco Bell, it's like they almost are open 24 hours a day. So I don't want to be written on the schedule till 3 a.m. or 4 a.m., you know. I don't know. It's just not for me.
I'll tell you one thing. Those people are brave and deserve every ounce of our respect.
Not the freedom that I thought, you know, when I was growing up. Like, I knew work was involved, you know what I mean? Like, we all have to be somebody on this planet. We all have to do our thing. We don't, you know, I don't have 50 acres I can go take care of and make my own food. I've got to figure out a way, you know, got to go into the city and get some money off the man so I can get through it. But, yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna hop on out of this spot that I'm in now, because I just noticed I'm kind of got a couple people standing over there kind of listening in, watching me. I don't know exactly what they're doing, but I don't know, I try to keep my distance from the other homeless, you know what I mean? People are on the streets for any number of reasons nowadays. So, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and fire up the car and get the hell out of here. Whew. But yeah, pretty much, not much has changed as of yet. We're just counting down the days, hit this little vacation. Not really that I need a vacation, but yeah, just
no more than 5 days.
Maybe we should go on a cruise or something. I can't afford a cruise, dude.
Figured it was worth going to see my dad. Go hang out with him for a minute. If nothing else. Yeah. I talked to my boss today, my big boss, and I don't know. I think he's been watching the YouTube a little bit, because he hits me up today. He's like, "Hey, I heard from a customer that you're living in your car," and I was, you know, I didn't want to lie to him. But at the same time, I didn't want to tell him flat out, like, you know, I'm living in my car, you know. So I was like, well, I'm at my mom's, but, you know, the stepdad, he doesn't really want me there. So trying to do what I can to kind of stay out of his hair and kind of keep my distance. Like, I do a lot of car camping, like 3-4 nights a week, just to try to, you know, figure the more distance I can keep from my stepdad, the longer I'm allowed in the place, you know. But yeah, he was like, he's, you know, like, the work has a program, you know, for people that need assistance and stuff like that. He's like, you know, he's like, I could reach out to HR if you want me to see if you qualify, you know. It's just something that our work does, you know. Everybody donates like $5 a paycheck or something like that, and then when an employee's, you know, hitting rough patch, or you need help covering your rent, something like that. But I told him, like, so the thing is, like, I don't really have any rent, you know, and I'm not wanting to go deep down into the city and find a place, you know, like, worrying about my neighbors robbing me while I'm at work, you know, something like that. So I was like, you know, it's where I'm at. Like, I'd rather I could just save $1,000 a month, you know. He was talking to me a bit about, like, you know, his rent's like $2,200 a month just for the rent, just on the house. It's not utilities included. And I'm like, yeah, I'm you know, because I'm trying to find a little patch of dirt for under $10,000 if I can. It's looking more like it's going to be about $20,000, but yeah, find a patch of dirt for like $10,000, you know, and then just be camping on my own property, you know, slowly keep stacking, doing my thing, and, you know, eventually I want to try to put a little tiny house, you know. I say a tiny house kind of thing because I I don't want to spend upwards of $200,000 on a house. You know, I feel like I could figure out a way to kind of like build one for cheaper. I know I can't like literally build a house, but I don't know. I feel like I can get a shed kit, you know, build a nice little shed with a nice little front porch on it, loft up in the top, you know, it's like a bedroom area, and then insulate it a little bit. You wouldn't have to insulate it too much because it's Florida. You'd more or less have, you know, you probably want to open it up, not insulate it, you know, put a couple extra windows, that kind of thing. But yeah, talking to the boss about all this, and I'm doing pretty good. I've got about $3,000 saved up now. Like I said, I'm not trying to save in USD, so it's like any little bit of extra money, I'm throwing it into Bitcoin. And, you know, it's like if I get to the point I have enough Bitcoin that I can buy some land, then, you know, just cash in the Bitcoin and then buy the land with it and then start restacking the Bitcoin. You know, I don't know. But I'm not trying to withdraw it for any other reason, but, you know, you can't live inside of a Bitcoin, so I will have to kind of figure out something to do. But it's feasible, you know. If I have to save $20,000, you know, I might as well be saving it in Bitcoin, I feel like, because by the time I get $20,000 together, I'll need $30,000, you know, and I don't know. But like I said, you know, find a little plot of land for about $10,000, put another little something livable, something just to keep myself out of the rain for another $10,000, roughly, you know, and I don't know. My boss was talking to me about pop-up campers, and I'm like, yeah, I know. But Mary, I was like, Mary, you know, where we're at, they don't really like pop-up campers where we're at. You know, even if I went to a campground, I talked to him about that. I was like, you know, a campground, I haven't looked recently, but I know from in the past and looking, they're probably going to be more than like $15 a night. Probably be, you know, probably be $25 a night for a camp spot. You know, granted, you can hook up your water and, you know, hook up electric and all that, but I really just need a way to charge my phone, you know. I don't know, because we had a little talk about the hours and all that too, and things might be picking up here in a little bit. So, I mean, I can't, like I said, I'm not manager, so I can't expect 40. I'm not expecting 40. I don't want 40, you know, and then you can't pick and choose the hours that you want, so you just kind of got to take what's given to you, you know. But hopefully I can get on this thing where I'll just be like Friday, Saturday, Sunday there, and then the rest of the week I'll have open. I can go out and do some Uber driving, you know. If he needs me, you know, I'll do a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know, kind of. But as long as keep my schedule consistent for the most part. You know, if you got to bring me in at 11, I understand. If you got to bring me in at 4, I understand. You know, it's not going to make too big of a difference, because I'll have the Uber on the side. But yeah, hopefully between now and May, you know, got my fingers crossed. Between now and May, I'll actually be able to have the money together to get the dirt, and you know, once I have the dirt, I won't have to worry about the police chasing me off. I won't have to worry about being caught in a parking lot or nothing like that. I could just be car camping on my own property. It's not going to be a big deal. The neighbors might go off, and, you know, Karens or whatever, but there's only so much they can really do. I mean, it's my land, you know, at that point, you know, but we'll see. I'll just keep trucking, keep doing my thing, keep moving, keep to myself, keep my nose clean, and we'll get there. It's only going to take a couple weeks, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's just be a couple more weeks from here. You know, tie them into months, and then before you know it, it's already May. And then it'll probably be May, and I probably won't even have the money together, to be honest with you. Trying to watch my spending, but just bored, you know what I mean? Like, I'm bored a lot, you know, trying to figure out things to do, running out of things to watch on YouTube. Well, at least things that are, like, you know, interesting, you know, whatever. I'm sure, there's millions of hours of things to watch on YouTube, but yeah, that's about it for now. I'll keep y'all posted. Catch me in the next one. Peace. Oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Keep the peace and spread the love.